is Monday morning, dropping off the baby at daycare. It's gonna be a weird week. Just got off the bus. I'm not going into work today. My daughter, she's pretty much over her strep throat, but she was feeling a little bit groggy today. Plus, she already had a regularly scheduled doctor's appointment this afternoon, so it would have meant I would have had to drop her off at school, pick her up early to take her out for the doctor's appointment, and then figure out kind of what to do for like the remaining like hour or two of the day. So we're just gonna keep her home just to be extra cautious. And fortunately, things are a little bit slower than usual for me this month. January is usually a really crazy month work-wise, but thankfully, it's not this year. Now, the thing that I want to talk about today is finding the time for daily vlogging. Excuse me. And so, you know, a lot of people have been either quitting their daily vlogs or modifying their daily vlogs. I'm not immune. I've changed mine up a little bit. It's not strictly a daily vlog anymore. The form has changed somewhat, although I am putting out a vlog or a video every day. But I think, you know, I commented on someone's YouTube video at some point, you know, about like how much time this all takes, because you have to live a life that's interesting enough to video, and then edit it and post it and then market it. So there's a lot to it, more than just the editing of the video itself. And I referred to it as a big time Ponzi scheme. And I think when that you take time from other places, professionally, socially, family responsibilities, and you shift that towards the vlog, and hopefully you get your vlog out, and then another day you can make up for it by spending extra time with your family or extra time at work or doing something, and you're juggling balls in the air until eventually the whole thing collapses. And that's why people, I think it's one of the reasons why people quit. I think the main reason why people quit is they don't get like 1 million followers in like a couple of months and they're surprised. That's an oversimplification, but I think that's the other reason. The main reason why people quit is because they don't like blow up all of a sudden. But the other very practical reason is that it takes a lot of time. And so I've been doing this for a while and I feel like I have a pretty good rhythm, but lately my edits have been taking more than the normal about an hour. They've been taking closer to 2 hours for each video, and then there's you know, you make a thumbnail, and then I make a trailer video that I put on Twitter. And then if I have a time lapse from that day, I take the time lapse portion, I put that on my Facebook page. So there's a lot of like other distribution that goes on for each video that I make. So it's taking just a long time. You gotta make a thumbnail, you gotta think of keywords, all those kinds of things. But what I was thinking about is, you know, I don't think I could edit any faster. I think I'm pretty fast at editing. Between keyboard shortcuts and knowing kind of ahead of time what I want to do, I think I've got a good handle on speed. I don't think I'm taking too long to edit the videos. The only way at this point that I could make it take less time is to streamline the process from in camera to on video, from in camera to upload, but not the editing part. And so I forget who it was. Back before I started watching vlogs, I used to watch a lot of tech videos, like about Android phones, about iPhones, about iPads, anything tech, I was watching it. And there was a guy, I forget, but it was this guy who ran this little setup in his basement. Not a little setup, I don't mean to diminish it. It was pretty elaborate. And I don't know if he just didn't like editing, or it took too long for him, or he didn't find the value in the edit. And so what he ended up setting up was a multicam setup, like one for like looking at the device that he's talking about, one that's taking a stream from his laptop, and then one that's on him, and then even a secondary angle. So he had like 4 camera angles at any given time simultaneously. And instead of like filming the 4 feeds and then editing it in software later, even using multicam, which is very fast in Premiere, he would use a live switcher and record a single output, right? And so he'd have the 4 feeds, and he'd use keyboard shortcuts on his controller device to switch from camera 1, camera 2, just like, you know, live morning news. And I thought that was pretty cool. And there was 0 editing time. So basically, once he was done talking, he was done with the video, because he did all the editing, you know, on the fly in real time. And so unless I get to something like that, I don't think there's a way that I could have substantial savings in terms of time in the edit. It's gonna take what the time it takes. And I equate it a lot to running. You know, people, or being in shape for running. Even just a year ago, the idea of me running 10 miles, I mean, I remember the post that I did from the Soldier Field 10 mile, which was last Memorial Day. Later that day, I remember commenting that, sorry, there's a huge truck going by. It's going down the wrong way on a one-way street too. But I remember commenting that it felt like the skin on my feet was gonna fall off. It felt like the pads of my feet had like a blister on them or something, and I felt like they were gonna rub off. And so, and then just, but now I ran 10 miles, more than 10 miles just 2 days ago, like it was nothing. Not like it was nothing, but it was just my long Saturday run. And so you get accustomed to these things, you become in shape. And so I think for the time that it takes for vlogging, you know, you have to get in shape for it. You can't just get up and start doing daily vlogging and not feel the pain. You're gonna feel the time pain, because it's gonna take away from something else. And at first it's gonna take away from your free time, your social time. And eventually, hopefully it doesn't interfere too much, but it'll interfere in some of your familial and your professional time too. And so that's the difficulty with it. And I think that's what a lot of people can't get over. That's why a lot of people can't maintain it. I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to maintain it, but you know, just like with running, I don't know how long I'm going to keep running for, but I feel great. It makes me feel good to run. So I'm going to keep running until I can't, or until I don't want to. So the same thing for vlogging. It takes up a lot of time, and it's really painful at times too, but I'm enjoying it now. It makes me happy, and I'm going to keep doing it until I can. And hopefully it'll be interesting enough that people will actually want to watch it too. That's always a plus. So for those of you who are watching, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It'd be really hard to keep going if I wasn't getting any views. So the fact that people are watching it does make me feel good. I notice when people are commenting. I notice when people are liking. I notice when people are disliking too. I try not to let that bother me too much. But overall, just thanks.